In these recent years, as you mentioned, we are observing the increasing of sectarianism among the Muslim world. I think it's this kind of approach is the fruit of at least two elements. The first is ignorance of some Muslims that believe that their sect is the best. And the Quran mentioned, كُلُّ حِزْبٍ بِمَا لَدَيْهِمْ فَرِحُونَ. Each party believes that what they have is the best, and it's not right. And the second element is, I think there is some political things behind this. It means that there are some persons, there are some currents, there are some countries or something that they have some benefits in this kind of challenge and conflict between Muslims, and they put them to get more conflict to each other. It's not natural. It's something also, I think the context is ignorance, but these persons, these sects, are the players that the director is a non-Muslim or something else that we do not know enough information about them.
Well, you mentioned about the political agenda behind this. So would you say that it is a deliberate playing or deliberate working of some powers, especially when we see the Middle Eastern conflict, for example?
One of the agenda that I can mention is Zionism. Is behind many conflicts among the Muslims, because their benefit is not in violence, not in the peaceful world of Muslims. You mentioned Syria, so it's a tragedy of 100,000 Muslims were killed from both sides. That is a complex, and many countries participated in this sad event. The first government is Syrian government. After that, we have Saudi Arabian government, and their finance, their money, and also Iranian government, Hezbollah government, and behind both sides we have China and Russia and US and the European countries. So it means many countries participate in this war.
But it seems to me that, the politics aside, this sectarian spirit, if you like, it seems to be very contagious, especially among Muslim majority countries. And to take an example, in Malaysia, there is, almost no sympathy to argue in defense of the other, which in Malaysian context is the Shiite or the Shiite variant of Islam. Why do you think this animosity is there among Muslims, especially in Muslim majority countries?
Situation of Malaysia is unique. I do not know any other countries that went in this way. We have monopoly in many countries, such as Malaysia. They made the monopoly of Sunni Shafi'i Muslims, and monopoly is against Islam, because Islam was the religion and is the religion of freedom. فَبَشِّرْ عِبَادَ الَّذِينَ يَسْتَمِعُونَ الْقَوْلَ فَيَتَّبِعُونَ أَحْسَنَهُ. So it's the notion of the Quran. And also, we have a lot of permanent Sunni scholars, juries, such as Sheikh Mahmoud Shaltut in 1959 issued a fatwa that we have 5 mazhab, that each Muslim is able to follow one of them, and it's okay to transfer from one to the other. And he mentioned Shi'i Ja'fari as one of the 5th madhahib, schools of thought among Muslims. And also in 2003 we have a declaration of Muslim countries, and Malaysian government signed it, and it means one of those madhab was Shi'i Ja'fari. So it does not make sense for me that why did they choose this monopolistic and also something against international declaration of human rights, against the Quran, against the tradition of Prophet. Freedom of religion means that we are so strong that we do not fear from the other understandings or other approaches to Islam. So when they make some restriction for the Shiite Muslim, it means that they are afraid from their brothers. It's not so good to have some kind of freedom to other in the other countries, but in the Muslim countries we have restricted rules, not